Live from Austin, Texas, with all the frames and half the fat of the leading brand, it's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex.
Oh, Danny, are we the bone broth of streamers?
I wasn't going to go there, but that's where we are.
We're
Hello,
just-
everyone. Welcome to the Bone Broth of Streamers,
This is
a.k.a.
awful.
us. Coming at you once again after way too freaking long.
God, yes.
If you were here last Wednesday, you saw select frames from Jet Set Radio Future before we decided, fuck it, this is bad. Since then, our internet situation has not improved.
Nope.
But we have discovered one workaround, one clever trick they don't want you to know about, that should hopefully smooth things out, ensuring a consistent frame rate and whatnot. Y'all are testers. You've enrolled in the RetroPals testing program. If anything goes wrong, let us know. We're looking for stuff related to sync, video quality, that sort of thing. But ideally, this should be a pretty seamless stream.
Hopefully.
I just cursed myself by saying that.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's normal. Don't think about it. Don't free this. Clear your
I don't
mind.
think. I just feel.
Yes. Before we get started, real quick, I want to thank the folks who subscribed before the show. Thank you so much to FM Town's Party, resubscribed 5 months. Smubble Bear resubscribes 28 months. Wow, thank you so much. Smubble resubscribes with, of course, Cookie Blair.
Thank you, Cookie.
Thank you. Oh, you gotta have her. Orange Right resubscribes 11 months in a row with Hot Jams, and Apricot Ghost resubscribes 4 months in a row with Sup Gamers.
Sup Gamers.
Sup to y'all too.
Thank you all. Much appreciated. It's good to be back. I was saying before the show how much I missed yelling into a microphone about video games.
Me too.
That's the thing you get used to. You get to blow off some steam about your favorite thing, because that's how having a favorite thing works.
And thank you very much to Actual Deek. 27th month resub. Deek says, pour bone broth on ISP. God willing, I will.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for the 100 bits focus, Maple. Do really appreciate that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome back, everyone. So, our plan for last Wednesday, which we're going to execute tonight, and which will go completely perfectly, is original Xbox games and exclusives. We took it to our patrons, we gave them a list of 15 original and exclusive Xbox games, and we said, vote for as many as you want, and the top, let's say 4, 5, maybe 6, will be the ones we stream tonight. The winner, of course, was the most obscure one, because we love our patrons, we're among our people. Rena Hero number 1. Also, we're going to see Toe Jam and Earl 3, Gun Valkyrie, and some garbage. So basically what people voted for was Kusoge and also Sega Games. Again, our people. We wouldn't have it any other way.
You're angels. Thank you, Kate Lipsy, for the 69 bits. Kate Lip prefers vegetarian broth, but we can be bone broth. Thank you.
Yeah, we can accommodate everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me get this game loaded up here, and we'll start off with a very strange video game indeed. Rent-A-Hero number 1. Switch it over, Alex. Now, this game was never actually released. Some of you may know I'm involved in game preservation, and I actually know the guy who ripped this, so I have a little bit of insight into what went into that. This is a canceled English localization of an Xbox remake of a Dreamcast remake of a Mega Drive game. You got all that?
Yeah.
So Rent-A-Hero came out exclusively in Japan for the Mega Drive, the Japanese Genesis, in 1990, 91. It was kind of an RPG-ish thing. To me, it kind of looked like Sword of Vermilion, which came out around the same time. Not many people remembered it, but apparently enough people did that they remade it for the Dreamcast, exclusively in Japan. Now, later they wanted to pump up the Xbox for the Japanese audience, and they decided to port it over there, too. And when it came time to release it over here, they fully translated it. They had a publisher lined up. They got reviews in magazines. And then, nothing. Nothing ever came of it. Years later, this actually appeared on the slated lineup of original Xbox games that were going to be released as backward-compatible releases for the 360, and that never happened either. So this game had something like 5 different opportunities to be released here in the States, and it never happened through various fuck-ups and behind-the-scenes things.
Sounds extremely cursed. Thank you, Revenant, for the 6-month resub. Revenant is praying for all the frames. Thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll see most of the frames. Alright, so back there it's showing the original Mega Drive intro with the new graphics. That dude looking on and be like, oh, how primitive. Can you imagine 16-bit graphics when you could have these graphics?
Disgusting.
Another fun thing, this game was going to be published by AIA, who was founded by the previous founder of Jalico, and who we previously covered on their stream for their first major release, Illbleed for the Dreamcast.
Wow! Wow!
They were also slated to port Illbleed to the Xbox, but that never came to be. What AIA actually did is they released a whole bunch of really subpar GBA games, and then they died in obscurity. Now, would that have changed if this game had actually come out? I don't know. I want to live in that dimension, though. Oh, Rent-A-Hero's sad sometimes. Just like all of us.
He's sad because he hasn't been able to stream for a week.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I think Rent-A-Hero would be a streamer nowadays.
You think so?
So if we ever have another Fighters Mega Mix, he can be like Julia Chang in Tekken.
Thank you, Laserbelt, for the 10-month resub. Laserbelt says, you didn't say there'd be transformation sequences. I was not aware. I've actually never seen this in action.
Now, he's created by a company named Sega. They have a dream of a peaceful world full of helpful Rent-A-Heroes. And apparently he's number one, and that looks like another Rent-A-Hero over there, but I've never gotten that far in the game to find out who she is. Alex, you want to play this?
Yes, also, thank you. I got, I don't know who, I think it was thank you to Krungling for the resub. Krungling, you finally gave me an emote. Hooray!
Oh, you got one of the haha
yeah.
emotes. Cool.
And thank you to Krungling. Very much appreciate that. 21 months in a row.
And thank you to CoolNet Entertainment. It's a real cool net.
It is a real cool net. Shall I get started?
Let's get started.
All
Let's
right.
play this video game. Now, this is our lead-off game, so I'm thinking we should play this maybe like till the 30, till 7:30 or so, till we get some kind of idea of what it's about. And let's start you up on a new game. Here you go.
What the I didn't know I had to play today!
Don't spend much time on this, just
Okay.
enter the first name that come to mind. Okay, so while Alex enters his name, some behind-the-scenes on this game. I'm going to try and be careful not to reveal the identities of the people involved in this, but suffice to say, someone ripped this and put it on the internet because it was never officially released. This guy got it from a guy who worked at a video game magazine back in the day and wanted to see this get a public release after it became clear it wasn't ever going to be officially released. The actual process involved in ripping this game was very difficult, apparently, because if you have custom firmware installed in your Xbox, it makes it pretty easy. You just pop in a disk, it rips all the files, and produces a custom ISO. If you have a chipped or scratched or just generally misfit disk, like Rent-A-Hero was, it will error out and it will yell at you. So that was kind of a problem.
Oh.
What they ended up having to do was tunnel into this disk via FTP and extract all the files one by one. There was one file that was a problem file that couldn't be read. It was something like 50 tries they did before they got the same result twice, and they assumed that it was a good rip of that file.
I'm in Hangover Park, by the way. Just wanted
Welcome to Hangover Park. In essence, this thing you're looking at here almost didn't happen, for many, many reasons. But hey, it's an unreleased localization of a first-party Sega game. How cool is that? Yeah, original Xbox ripping was cool. Like, you had to hook up the console to a PC, and then enter an FTP address and try and transfer the files one by one. And for DVD games, there's something like 2,000 files. For the record, the one problem file I think was an audio track, and they confirmed that it played perfectly afterwards, so this should be a good rip, the one out there. Anyway, we're at home. Our dad's giving a speech.
My name is cool.
Alex.
Alright, gotta introduce myself to all these people.
And what you gotta do in this part is just talk to everyone. That's all you gotta do. Talk to them at least once.
Right.
The fun thing about this game is it only uses the D-pad. There's no analog input in this game, or the Dreamcast version. It's kind of a strange one. It's hard to peg this game. I would call it a comedy adventure, maybe?
Casey Hogan, Computer Company, Macrosoft, huh?
Thanks to JP Ronnie for the 30 months. And Gaw says hi. Thank you.
Oh, wow, thank you. 3 months. I'd have to make that 2-year thing very soon. 3-year, I should say. Bimbos!
More like bimbos.
Wow. Hey, where's Himbos?
Do you have a computer? Do you use the internet? You need to get on the internet. You're missing out, man.
No, you're not. No, you're not, kid. Stay away. Okay, Dad. I'm going away. Hey, Mina.
I just like that this game starts off in the most mundane way possible. It's just like a family dinner party after you move in on the block. A few other games begin like this that I can think of.
Sam Crico. I assume he's supposed to be like...
Also, they got a nice spread there. They got like multiple cheese platters.
Is that pizza in the middle?
I'm Kent, and I'm looking for a girlfriend. Sorry, Kent.
Kent, get over yourself.
I think you can run with the L trigger. So essentially this game is hell on your left hand because you're using the D-pad and the L trigger for most of it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. It's nice to meet you too. I love the way she's swirling spaghetti here. It's like, wee!
Oh yeah, there's no chairs in here. I never noticed that. Glad Dad's having fun while I'm busting my butt. Must be our sister.
Honestly, to be fair, she is doing a lot of... Hey, I found some chairs!
Oh, sweet.
Folks, I found chairs!
There's a magazine rack. There's a lot of detail in this game.
Can I look at it? No. Alright.
So I consider this to be one of the lost Sega masterpieces that they tried so many times to release over here, but for whatever reason it just didn't. And having played it, I'm not sure if it would have played so well with American consumers. It's hard to really recommend this game to someone. It is pretty funny, though. Alright, go talk to Mom. Because that dude's eating all the food.
This lady.
We're bringing a hero soon. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. First we have to talk to Mom.
Mom.
I'm not so sure if they ever considered the Genesis original to bring it out over here. I don't recall it being on any release lists or anything.
Well, you don't have any food left, so I'm gonna talk to Dad again.
That's a good idea. Don't know what to
Dad,
do.
we're out of food.
Dad, your friend ate all the food.
He's gonna die.
He's losing it. Order any kind of food. Doesn't matter. Just order it. I guess you could call this a tutorial level that doesn't teach you how to do anything. That's kind of a Sega thing, just to kind of waste your time for a few minutes before the actual game begins.
What should I order? Tacos?
Tacos sounds good.
Tacos sounds amazing. Ghostbusters.
Thank you to Tajir X for the new Prime sub. Much appreciated. We'll order you some Salmonella's burger.
How do I... It says go down with that arrow, but...
I think that just means hit A to continue.
Okay. Well, I called Salmonella's Burgers instead. I pressed A and it did not go down. Well, we're getting, God damn
Oh,
it.
they don't deliver. Call someone else.
Okay.
I think this was reviewed in EGM, and they didn't seem to like it much. As I recall, they gave it like 5s, 6s. Just kind of middle of the road. Then again, that's what they gave Mr. Gimmick, so what do they know? You can't even get any penguins.
Man, I wanted some roasted penguin today. The nice mint sauce.
Yeah, order up 50 pounds of chicken wings and 1 bottle of Mountain Dew. That sounds like a night at our place. Hey, you won! You are the lucky person. I'll give you something special besides food.
Gotta go. The thing.
Gotta go, parentheses.
I think Dad went upstairs. Okay, Dad. See, this is my kind of game. Just kind of... Oh my god.
It's a slice of life game. You can look at it that way.
Dad.
I will say the graphics are real nice. This runs at a crisp 60 frames
Dad.
per second at 480p on the Xbox.
Why did Dad just go upstairs anyways? Is he taking a shit?
Yeah, go barge in on him.
Dad, what are you doing? Dad, you freak.
Oh, he's smiling.
Thanks. What do you... Oh!
Ask me. Ask me what I've been doing.
What have you been doing? Nice suit.
Now, some people, upon seeing this, they'll be like, okay, I'm in. I'm in for this game. 100%. Oh my god, my laptop lost connection to the internet. Well, if something's gonna do that, I'd rather it not be the streaming computer. Let me restart.
Alex is embarrassed to be part of the family. Boy, do I feel that. Yeah, it's Scaly Town now, I guess. This is
Nice house, though.
Yeah.
Two floors, multiple bathrooms.
Oh my god, can we live here? They have like a personal office. We can have like an actual streaming room.
An actual streaming room.
I mean, like, you know, one where it's like, you know, just dedicated just to streaming. Like, only streamers. Streamers only dating, I'm sorry.
There's Retro Pals.
There we are.
Had to look in my own following list. I'm Grandpa from Service Cafe.
Hi, Gramps.
Or Seika. Please pay me now.
Okay.
Meet hot streamers in your area with
Listen,
Streamer.
Food is delicious from the floor. Just trust me, okay?
What is that, like pizzas?
It's service food. Okay, he's gonna give me a special gift.
Oh, it's big?
The tip was that I didn't beat up that old man for doing such a shit job.
Look, the old man's doing you a favor. I'm just amazed that this whole thing is in English, and though I haven't played through it, some people have, and apparently it is finishable. I've seen some gameplay of this. There's parts where the text runs off the screen or isn't aligned properly, so this maybe wouldn't be the final retail version of this game. Instead, it's what you would call review code, which is complete enough.
Okay, so I have a costume I can transform into now.
Do it. Or go talk to Dad first. Oh, nice!
No, I'm transforming first. Dad, I could kick your ass now. Don't even fucking try it, Dad.
Talk to everyone, see what they think of your costume.
Hey, you were giving me shit earlier. What do you think now? What does that mean?
Was she quoting someone else, or... Okay.
Well, it's called 1 Pound Dog, and we borrowed it from Shelley Duvall.
The fun part of this game is both here and when you get to go outside is everyone has something different to say depending on whether you're just a generic kid or if you're a superhero.
I love her!
And often they'll refuse to work with you unless you're specifically one or the other. In fact, the whole game kind of downplays the idea of being a superhero. It really makes it seem like a mundane, stupid thing, which makes it even harder to recommend.
Wow, everyone's giving me shit.
Yeah. Just talk to Dad. Take care of that monster.
Okay.
Boy, that's a stupid-looking suit.
I'm here to kick your ass, Dad.
The Comedy Central roast of Rent-A-Hero. Remember when that was a thing? They had a new roast every week?
They still do roasts?
And it started to be like less and less glamorous people. It'd be like, oh, the roast of Abe Vigoda.
Are you saying Abe Vigoda's not a glamorous man?
I shouldn't say that, because he is dead. Rest in peace. Anyway, you gotta put up a good fight.
Father has... I
got
must
no choice.
fight my father. The Comedy Central roast of Ninja.
Alright, here's the fighting engine. And you already killed him.
I went to turn it down and yeah. Did I kill my dad?
Oh, good food.
Wow.
Dinner and a show.
Dad is fucking dead.
Alex Baldwin was the most recent roastee. Oh, it sounds like they're still doing it.
Good.
Well, it was pretty popular.
Well, maybe they can roast the Retro Pals. And then I will cry.
You knocked out your freaking dad with one punch.
This game kicks ass.
I really wish this was released. I would totally buy a copy of this. Oh, and you get to see this again if you missed it the first time around. Rent a Hero. Can you even skip this? I know it's the same as before. Oh, the start button is in the lower left corner of the controller. Alex showing his unfamiliarity with the original Xbox controller. Alright, well, we get to watch this again. So what do you think of that controller, Alex?
You know, I've used it before, and it exists. It's hard to get used to, but it's not the Duke. This is not the Duke.
Yeah, we're using the Xbox S controller, the smaller one that they packaged with the Japanese systems.
God.
The Duke is a hell of a thing. I actually own a third-party Duke, which is even bulkier.
I remember that,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that fucking sucked.
It's like a comically large controller that they made even comically larger, because they're a third party.
Well,
That old Interact Duke.
I will say it is delightful that they had this different design with the start and the back over here, and then
And they got black and white buttons that are jewels.
Mm-hmm. They're very gorgeous jewels.
It's got a Dreamcast-like port for your VMU.
Mm-hmm. It does! It does! It's such a...
Now, a lot of people called the original Xbox the Dreamcast 2, which it kind of is in a lot of ways. The same button colors, the same configuration.
Is I gonna kill my dad again?
Same games about beating up your dad.
Mm-hmm.
They should have at least released Illbleed over here on Xbox. It would have killed on Xbox. Maybe not so much this game. It sounds like I'm shit-talking this game, but I'm just trying to keep your expectations in check. It's really cool. Yeah. Alright, now, rent us a hero.
Alright.
Trying to use the analog stick like a fool. You thought this 3D game would be controlled with analog stick. You know, I think Shenmue is actually the same way.
I'm so happy. Is Dad still dead? Oh my god.
Oh, he's resting.
No, that's his corpse. This is a viewing. No, I guess he's alive.
Honey, quit slapping me on the head. Oh, I don't know if Shenmue 3 also uses the digital D-pad, but that would be cool if it did. I think you can just go to the door now.
Here's a director's chair you can just sit in and just read and shit. Yeah, I want to sit there. I want to get yelled at before I go and see if anyone else wants to yell at me. Can I use the toilet?
Oh, can you transform before talking to your dad? Will that freak him out?
We'll see.
You should go find out. Oh, try running as your Rent-A-Hero. He runs really fast.
Oh
There
my
you go.
god.
He just takes off.
Jesus. Hey Dad, I kicked your ass, remember? No, he doesn't care.
Oh. He's probably not even looking.
Ugh. Typical father. Typical dad and his loving wife who protects him from problems. Okay, let's get the fuck... Oh. Ah! It's Grandpa.
Just peep it in through our window, huh? That's fine.
Yes, you're right. She does... I guess I am the problems clown in this household.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you open up the door, there's just a black void out there. This isn't a fully open world game. This does have loading zones. Yep, you got the game machine called the Creamcast.
Could we never call it that ever again in our lives?
It's called the Creamcast.
Stop it! Uh-huh. Stop saying God! You're all saying it! Yeah!
I was just peeping in your window, and I thought you could use a Creamcast.
Everybody, monsters! Okay, Simon's from Sega. Trial basis.
Oh, I should also mention this game was developed during the Dreamcast era, before Sega got word that they were about to be completely restructured. So there's a lot of optimism in this game about the future of Sega.
Time to take this device, whose name I will not mention, upstairs. Then we're gonna
You can put it where the magazine is on the, right there.
Here?
Yeah. There you go. Let's begin. Boot up that Creamcast.
Finding my inner calm.
The Sega 32.6.
Stop. All of you.
Yeah, I prefer the chunk cast. Alex is done with this conversation. Yeah, I think work should do it. And from here you access a variety of missions that you can do in the surrounding town. And at least early on in the game, your jobs are very, very mundane things. Maybe this would have played better in Japan, where... I don't know. Were we used to subverting superheroes back then?
I mean, yeah.
We had, like, Watchmen, which is basically the same thing.
I mean, we were coming off the, it was early 2000s, so it was kind of cynical, hyper-ironic, so I think it would have worked.
Yeah, it was around that time. Yeah, go outside and go do some work. You gotta get some flyers from Dr. Trouble, and you have to distribute them. Your first job as a superhero is to hand out some flyers.
Honestly, I think I'd like the Marvel movies more if they did shit like this.
Yeah, like if Captain America had to just hand out flyers.
Okay, where do I need to go?
You're going the right way.
This way?
Yeah. And your adventure begins.
Not to be mean, but I kind of run like an asshole.
Kinda. There he is. You found him. Glad his name is Dr. Trouble. Dork.
That does say just dork.
He sure is.
Okay.
Alright, what I want you to do is to transform back to your regular self and then try and hand out the flyers. There should just be people milling around. Like that guy there.
Hey, you.
Hey, mister. Take a flyer.
I only accept flyers from people who are honestly trying to work for a company.
Okay, now transform and see what he has to say. Now he's impressed. And that's essentially the whole game. You have to accomplish these tasks either being Rent-A-Hero or being yourself. And often the game will make you feel bad if you're the wrong one. Like, you can go around to all these people and they'll all have something completely different to say if you're just a regular dude. This guy, he just feels so sorry for you.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, I'm getting dunked on. Beautiful.
6 more to go. Hey, look who it is.
Hey! My guy!
Perfect for anyone with a humiliation fetish. Maybe that's who it was for.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this guy used to be a hero, apparently.
I gotta fight this guy?
Yep, you gotta fight Segata Sanshiro. He's even got a rip-off Segata theme.
Hey, this guy's hard. And
Now, in testing the game, I found the most successful thing to do is to run up to a dude, at which point you automatically grab him, and then you just toss him over your shoulder with one of the buttons. That's the one. That works like all the time. You just take him to Suplex City.
this shouldn't work. I almost almost feel like this defamation of Sega Sanshiro.
It's not accurate of his real power.
Thanks, man. Cool.
He's got those wooden shoes on. How do you fight like that?
Very difficultly.
Nobody likes a hero with an attitude. You gotta be humble, but you gotta be cool.
Alright, you want me to keep it... We hit the 7:30 mark. You want me to keep distributing these flyers?
Give me the controller.
Okay.
I want to show off a couple more things before we move on.
Okay.
This is a neat game. It should still be out there somewhere on the internet, so if you want to put this on your Xbox, find a copy of Splinter Cell, install the firmware, and you'll be good to go. Oh, here we go. Here's a problem we can solve. Let's get busy, baby. Another thing I like is these characters all have canned animations, and you can't skip what they're saying until the animation's over with. What are you talking about? This isn't a Halloween costume. I'm not a clown.
This...
Yeah, okay.
Well, this apparently uses the same engine as Spike Out.
Oh, that makes sense. It does look very similar. Yeah, let's get rid of this guy.
Kick his ass.
Call me a clown some more.
Oh, he's
God.
got a knife! I'm done. I'm out. Danny, this is all you. I'm not going to fight him.
Okay.
Sorry,
well,
everybody.
I have my special move. Which button was it? Was it A? Yeah, it was A.
Yeah, okay.
It just works. Who am I to mess with the classics?
Bonk. Yeah, don't bring an Alex to a knife fight. You will lose, because I will not fight. I will see that knife and I'll be like, no thanks. You weren't pimping anything, my guy.
And we get some happy Calypso music. Well, it's got that hoo-hoo instrument. I love that instrument. Well, my name, of course, because you get to choose your superhero name.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go with the classic. You can just be RoboCop if you want.
Did that fucker have red laces? Okay, no way. If he brings a knife on me, he's still dead. Sorry.
Yeah. And
None
you
of
get
that shit in
cash.
my neighborhood.
You can use cash in stores to buy batteries because you need to replenish your suit's power with AAA batteries. Again, just this whole game is tied to such mundane things that I kind of have to admire it. Also, this guy keeps trying to hide from you.
Good, I'll kick his ass. So, I'm being forced to say something that I don't wish to say because I've been given some bits. Thank you, Cool Coyote, for the 25 bits. Cool Coyote says, hey baby, wanna see my cream cast out.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you for the bits. I'm in hell.
Get out of here, I'm afraid of that crazy clown. Well, guess what? I am that clown. What do you think of that?
What a coward, I love... That makes sense.
Alright, one last thing. Let me see if I can bring up a menu. Because I do have a save somewhere. Wait, can you not exit back to the menu? Maybe not. Never freaking mind. We're gonna go to the hamburger shop and that's where we'll end it.
Okay.
So mission 2 in this game, just to spoil it, it starts up and you head outside to the park where I just was and there's a couple of kids standing there and they're like, hey, come closer, look at this. And when you do, you step on dog poop. And the screen stops and zooms out and it says, RoboCop became famous as the guy who stepped in dog poop. Just to give you some idea of what you're dealing with this game.
This game kind of owns.
I'm giving him a flyer for his own store, because he's a chump.
I mean, it works, right?
Mm-hmm. You can get the Salmonella Special with fries and E. coli cola.
Hilarious.
Flavor to savor. Price is nice.
Rice is nice. I want a rice burger. Danny, make me a rice burger.
Okay. You got it.
Just put some rice between two buns. It'll completely suck. Absolutely terrible.
Oh no, wait, let's solve the sub-quest with the boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's get them together, and that's how we'll end this segment. But basically, it's a lengthy game, whole lot of really inane quests. And if that's what you're into, boy, is this game for you. They're reunited.
How romantic.
Honey, I was so hungry! Aw.
Rice burger.
Another good deed accomplished. There's a lot of fun stuff in this game. Places like the Hold Up Mart, the Salmonella Burger Mexican Chili in Comic Sans.
Aw, Minmo chili.
I also really like that Salmonella's Burger's catchphrase is, "Get some." So that's Rent-A-Hero number 1, available in English exclusively on the original Xbox, and you have to download it over the internet because it was never officially released. But it's out there, and thank God for that. Next up, what do we got? What's next on our list? Toe Jam and Earl 3? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Alright, so there was a new Toe Jam and Earl recently. Back in the Groove, I think it's called. Came out for PS4, Xbox One, PC. It apparently took the series back to its roots. That being a roguelike action puzzler kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's hard to say what exactly Toe Jam and Earl is.
Weird map game.
Yeah, that works for me. Mm-hmm. But before that, they were going to make a sequel, Toe Jam and Earl 3, first on the Sega Dreamcast, and then on the original Xbox. And unlike Rent-A-Hero, this one was actually published. Alright, so I know some of y'all have played this. What are your opinions of this game? This is kind of a weird one. And they have a new friend. They're back.
I don't like this hyper-realistic look. I don't like that they look like they're in Second Life. I don't like this.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. On Sega Genesis, they were kind of low detail, and it was just like, oh, funky aliens crash landed on Earth. But here they gave them a lot more detail, a lot more clothes, and a lot more personality.
Oh no! Oh no, I just realized it's the 2000s. No. No. No.
Give it up for Master T. Say ho for the greatest rapper around, the DJ TJ. I jam your rap, your head is spinning like a b-ball.
Okay.
Can't stop it, can't even slow it down, y'all. You know you got no choice, you gotta dance when I get going.
Is this the rap from that Sega CD basketball game?
I get flowing, gotta give it up. Toe Jam in the hood. Damn, I'm good.
Toe Jam. How about Earl?
Yo, they call me Earl, and I don't say that much, so I'm just cruising in the funky flow, you know. Everybody round, yo, they moving at high speed. I'm chilling it down, you know, moving at my speed. Everybody tripping, getting up in your face. Gotta stay cool, gotta take it at your own pace.
They gave him saggy pants. And the new character.
The name's Letitia and I'm in the house now, breaking it down the best I know how. You know I'm new, but I know this much. Yo, something was missing here, the female touch. Gotta get busy, gotta do it good. Y'all step back, cause Letitia is in the hood.
That's right, they talk and they rap.
100 bits from a dog IRL who says, I'm telling my kids this was Outcast.
Is the camera on?
No.
Thank you.
Is the camera on?
No.
I can see the light, Earl. I know it's on. Is it on?
No.
Funkatron to Earl. Come in, Earl.
Oh, yeah, it's on.
Just give me the camera, Earl. Give me the damn camera.
Hello, fellow kids. Yeah, I kind of get that impression from this game.
Yo,
It's maybe
Earl.
trying a little bit too hard to bring them
Thank
into the
you.
2000s.
Now try to keep the lights on upstairs, Earl. You know what I'm saying? No more falling asleep, alright? This is a very important movie, Earl. We got to document this, what you call it? For the posterity of the universe and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Earl. Earl. Wake up, Earl.
Oh, just waiting for my indie
Yo,
reboot.
what's up?
Earl. Chill with the
Oh, he's got
camera,
little
man.
beady eyes.
Do this right. Now point it over
That's
here.
weird.
Alright? Now, greetings and various apropos felicitations. The name is Toe Jam, or DJ TJ, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy Big Earl and myself, that's Toe Jam, with a capital T, capital J, also known as Master T, have been called upon to save the universe and all that. We just got to get Letitia and then we can go and get busy. You know what I'm saying?
Is this MTV's Cribs?
What?
Come on, Letitia. It's me and Earl. We gotta go and save the universe again.
Yeah, whose dad wrote this?
We've been
Come
called by the
on.
great Funkapotamus to go and do something important for the universe. Just come out, alright?
What the hell you talking about, Toe Jam? The universe? If you got that camera again and you pointing at me, I'ma kick your...
This is my girl Letitia. Get a close up, Earl.
Is that the AOL instant message door noise I heard?
Yes, it was. I'm
It
so
totally
happy.
was.
Past tomorrow, you hear me?
The first thing in this game that's made me pop.
Alright?
This is like a reject Adult Swim cartoon.
You just let me do the talking.
Yeah, right. Like we could stop you. Come on, Earl, let's go. And Toe Jam, would you put that camera away? You giving me a headache. Come on, TJ, hurry up. You the one who got me out here, and now you're gonna make us late.
Earl has a tribal tat.
Toe Jam,
He's
what
looking
the
at her
hell
butt.
Are you doing?
Nothing. Just filming some flowers.
You better be filming flowers.
And well, Jesus
I'm
Christ.
not gonna tell you again, Toe Jam. You better watch where you pointing that camera.
Alright, Letitia. Don't go getting all worked up and all that. There's just some fine flowers around here.
Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Ow!
We're all in hell.
You smoothed out, Letitia.
He just lucky I was in a good mood.
Well, we still gotta go see the Funkapotamus. Why don't you go on ahead and meet with him? And I'll stay here with Toe Jam till he wakes up.
So maybe it's
Why
just
you messing
me.
with that camera again, Toe Jam?
Good Lord, it's still
Besides,
going.
It looks like it's gonna fall off of there.
The camera is fine, Letitia. I'm fine. Earl's fine. You're fine.
Well, you got that right at least.
Earl's the best part of this
Alright,
game so far.
So let's get to it. Why don't you fill us in on what Lil Lamont had to say?
Now, don't you go dis...
Oops, I hit the start button.
Yeah, I was also getting
So maybe it's just me, but I kind of liked how Toe Jam and Earl in the first two games were... I don't know how to describe this. There was just kind of an innocence about them because they were aliens. They were experiencing Earth on their own terms, and they didn't really bring any of that Earth personality into who they were. Here, oh my god, they have fully taken influence from Earth. They are hip-hop stars, they wear saggy pants. Toe Jam's got a medal and a backwards baseball cap.
And to convert Earthlings to the ways of fun.
And it never stops talking. Ever. Also, it's a collectathon now. I think later on there are roguelike elements, and you can choose from a fixed or random world.
That means that you're close to one of the finalists.
You also have a melee attack, because that's a thing in Toe Jam and Earl. Maybe I'm getting this confused with the Dreamcast prototype. I think the Dreamcast version discovered recently is more like a roguelike, while this version added more character.
Never fear. TJ is here.
I got a theme song.
cool.
So who's played this? Do you like it? Does the gameplay make up for all the talking?
I have not seen a lot of people in chat who've actually played this.
Maybe it's just me then. This was a pretty commonly available game back in the day. You could get it at GameStop for $5 pretty much immediately after it came out. Oh no, I can't go on Xbox Live anymore.
Oh man.
Rest in peace.
Let's see. Jimpolin was like, this is as far as I got. Let's see here. Slab played this, and they said, I played it. It's okay.
That was my impression, yeah. It seemed decent, but there was other stuff I wanted to play at the time, and I never got back around to this. Things like Jet Set Radio Future, which kind of kicked this game's ass in every possible way. Now, is anyone familiar with the Dreamcast prototype? Because I haven't actually played that one. That one actually got leaked either last year or a couple years ago.
The right trigger swings the camera around behind you.
I know, controls work. Amazing. I just want to know the story of this. Like, were the ToeJam and Earl creators just kind of beholden to what Microsoft wanted to turn these characters into? Was it Sega's choice?
This was developed by Visual Concepts, who y'all may know from WWE 2K19.
Mm-hmm.
The Wrestle.
And Floygan Brothers. Alright, where are we going? Let's go to that door. Oh, what is this?
Yo, trick or treat. Preferably treat.
Ain't you a cute dumpling?
Alright, I like that you can trick or treat.
More money.
More games need trick-or-treating mechanics.
I like you can trick or treat for money.
Yeah. Man. Just go to someone's door and ask him for $5. Would that work? Let's try it.
Gotta love them presents.
Yo, don't sweat the fall, alright? It doesn't hurt you that much.
Oh, good.
Another key. Well deserved.
Okay, and with keys, we can open an actual level,
Keep a lookout for
which
searchlights.
should be right
Places
here.
you haven't been yet. And you
Let's
have
do it.
enough
Let's go to a real
to
level.
get to.
Praise be for the soul sisters. You got to have a soul purpose. Convert the earthlings to the ways of funk and spread the word.
They're the
Alright.
Greek chorus, I guess?
Hey, yeah, like from Hercules.
From Hercules, yeah.
With your funk food.
Sure.
Anyway, here's the real game. You go around collecting things, and most of all, you just kick the shit out of Earthlings. Oops. She's fine.
That's fine.
Now what you're doing in the context of the game is you're funkifying them with your funk. And if you happen to knock them off a cliff, I mean, it's better than living as non-funky humans.
Yo, check it. Hold down
The game's very tonally confused, is what I'm trying to say.
Alright, Electra Boogaloo mentions that the ToeJam and Earl creators wanted to remake the first game as a roguelike, but Visual Concepts devs vetoed the idea, thinking it was too old-fashioned.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Because you can see the basic structure of what they wanted here. But instead they made it more generic, more platformer-ish. More ready to compete with Xbox hits like Shrek 2.
Okay, I've seen this mentioned a few times in chat. If someone can confirm this, I would love to know. Were they really considering Lisa Left Eye Lopez for fucking Letitia's
Oh my
voice?
god, if that's true.
If that's true.
I'm gonna pretend like that's true. That would be incredible. As it is, Letitia
That's
feels
true.
kind of tacked on. Also, not sure how I feel about them specifically coding ToeJam and Earl as black.
I saw some mentions.
That
in
feels
chat-
kind of strange to me.
I saw mentions in chat from Video Game King and GrabDev that one of the reasons it's like that is because one of the creators is biracial and they were sick of whiteness being projected onto the ToeJam and Earl games. So
Oh,
they wanted
okay.
to- That actually.
That's fine.
Yeah, if that's true. That actually that makes sense. Okay.
As long
I
as
get
it's
it.
not commercially driven.
Yeah, as long as it's like the fucking.
We converted all the Earthlings and killed most of them too. and then you go to the next floor.
Yeah, a key.
So pretty much a shell of what you might expect from the Toe Jam and Earl games at this point. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just kind of there. Like the Crazy Taxi sequel they made. Yeah, I heard something about a car accident. What was that?
What? What the hell?
One of the little girls said, like, oh, I feel like I was in a car accident or something.
Yo, check it. Press the white button to get in and out of the map.
Say amen for the soul sisters. They got a soul purpose to give unto you. You gotta pick up every present on the level. Praise be to Santa Funk.
Oh, they came close. They came close to getting
Oh my God.
left high for this. That would have turned my opinion around on this game 100%. Oh, some weird shimmering, too. Look at that V-Sync.
Well-deserved point.
Check this out.
Rip those cheerleaders.
Talk to anybody.
They're fine.
Give it a shot.
Now, I think this is also two-player, but I don't want Alex to deal with the that Duke controller that I have. You've suffered enough this week.
Thank you. Thank you.
In any case, it's good that they eventually did get back to their roots and made the game they wanted to make with Back in the Groove, which I've still yet to play. But if you have Twitch Prime, it's actually free this month on Twitch.
Holy shit. Alright, actually, there's promo art here for... Let me see that.
Shiny key.
You do not have enough bucks.
I need some bucks.
Get that box. Oh, cool.
All funked up.
Yeah, a key.
Is that the original title?
It's checkout time.
Oh, he's dead.
Well, you're dead.
Toe Jam died.
Another key.
Well, we're almost at the hour mark.
Okay, we should probably move on then. But this is another Sega-produced original Xbox exclusive. Never ported anywhere else. If you want to play Toe Jam and Earl 3, you gotta play it on original Xbox. I don't think it's even backward compatible, so you're out of luck if you have a 360 or Xbox One. Gotta get the original hardware for this.
Rip.
And what else needs to be said? Toe Jam and Earl 3. Join them on their mission to Earth, I guess, if you feel like it.
You know, if you wanna.
It's not the worst game. It's just not too much to get excited about. On the other hand, something we should get excited about is our next game, which is... Oh, really? Ah, fuck. It's not my night. Our next game is Bruce Lee, Quest of the Dragon. This is one of the more infamous Xbox games. If you look on Metacritic, I think this is in the bottom 10. Not quite up there with Drake and the 99 Dragons, but it's, yeah, it's pretty well down there. Not just yet. Hold on a second.
I see, oh god, no, oh no, no, fuck no, oh no, oh boy. So,
Bruce Lee, QOD.
Quad.
Once again, an original Xbox exclusive, never ported anywhere, not even made backward compatible. So it's right up there with Toe Jam and Earl in terms of lost classics for the original Xbox.
Classics.
And this game uses the good name of Bruce Lee. Brings him back in the early 2000s for yet another great video game. Is this the actual audio?
I'll see you at the meeting. Keep Lee out of my hair, and everyone gets what they want.
You just control your system. And as for me, leave him to me.
Now, way back in the day, this was a graphic showcase. This is the game that made you want to buy an original Xbox. And he looks pretty good, I guess.
I mean, it's alright.
Looks kind of like Bruce Lee. Not the first time they tried to bring back Bruce Lee for video games. First of all, there was Bruce Lee for the Commodore 64. In the 90s, there was Dragon, the Bruce Lee story on Super Nintendo and Genesis, based on that movie. But this isn't based on a movie or a remake or anything. They just decided to bring back Bruce Lee in the early days of the original Xbox. And boy, is it a video game.
Sorry, I'm just digging the tunes here.
So it starts you off looking at a menu.
That's
You can upgrade your things.
okay. Did he not tell you what any of this is?
No, you don't need to know.
Fair enough. You need to hold my hand. I can figure this out.
Yeah, Bruce Lee wouldn't need a tutorial.
Mm-mm.
Graphics to die for.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
Look, the bump mapping on this game is off the charts.
That didn't look like some mind's eye shit.
You know, the right sound effects can really sell a scene.
Heard you had returned. Welcome back, Lee. Thank you, teacher. As you know, the Shaolin Monastery was founded over...
He's looking less like Bruce Lee now.
by Sifu Fong Hu. He spent his life pursuing the heavenly secrets to eternal life.
Is that a mustache?
Many of the
I
answers he
thought it
discovered
was
were
like
buried
a deformation of like bad rigging or something.
A glitch.
These spirit utensils were meant to protect him in the afterlife.
Ooh, spirit utensils.
The past, present,
Forks,
and
knives.
future of this monastery, its honor and its power lies buried with him in the mountain temple. Your father left this monastery to pursue his love of science, dedicating his life to unlocking the cryptic writings on these sacred relics. Now, I believe your father is close.
What's that say up there?
It says Alex doesn't know any languages really aside from English and a little bit of Spanish.
Wow, that's really specific. Use it as your mantra.
Yeah, K-Price. He does look like one of those Bruce exploitation guys, like Bruce L.I. Lee or Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee strikes back from the grave. Yeah, that
Yeah,
kind
you
of thing.
remember those movies, right? Like,
Yeah.
all those fake fucking...
Or it has like 5 minutes of cut footage from Enter the Dragon.
Or it's like with somebody whose name is kind of like Bruce Lee, but it's not him.
So this game is a very, very, very simplistic brawler. From what I've seen, all the battles take place in these very small arenas. You push A and also B. B kicks, A punches. You can do this with X,
Doing.
which is making fun of him, I guess.
Just
Y
kinda-
button does nothing. Oh, you got different fighting styles you can choose between with the L and R buttons. That's something. Otherwise, this is an incredibly simple and basic game that was really being sold on the quality of its graphics. Look at that. That's an actual Bruce Lee move right there. The no-no, he calls it. Man, there's more VSync issues on this game, too. Must be an Xbox thing.
Well, we're gonna be taught a lesson, baby. Well, what is that dragon on the bottom? Is there a dragon meter? Is there a meter with dragons?
No, it's just,
Dragon power, okay.
it's just there to look cool.
Wait, really?
Do the black and white buttons do anything? Oh, they turn your hands on fire.
I was hoping Bruce Lee would turn into a dragon. Like, he's
No.
like, finally, I have truly entered the dragon.
That's...
Oh, I just realized, sorry. I
May
said
want to
that.
rephrase that, Bruce. Yikes.
Listen, don't get me in trouble for that. It's normal. Don't ban me. It's normal. I'm normal.
Oh, I unlocked the shuffle BF.
Aw, don't shuffle your boyfriend.
It's weird to think of a time when games were being sold on these kind of graphics, but it really happened.
Wrong Funk says this looks like a one of those fake games you'd seen on the TV in a sitcom.
Yes.
Yeah, this looks like
Games from this era really look like that nowadays.
This is a SVU game where they smuggle drugs through this or whatever. Like they call this game High Kick. This is where all the drug dealers meet up with children to sell them drugs or whatever.
You gotta beat level 20 to access the drugs. You know, the Xbox is so huge that it actually served as a method of transporting drugs for several people back in the day. You could just open the thing up, put a bunch of drugs in there, and no one would be the wiser. There's drugs in my Xbox right now.
I know you're lying, but that sounds very possible.
Yeah. That's not my favorite way of transporting drugs. That would be bootleg Famicom carts, which is also a thing people have done.
I've heard about that, yeah!
Yeah, like you crack open a copy of Terminator 4, and there's just like a big block of cocaine or something.
Could you imagine just getting some stuff from Alibaba or AliExpress or whatever and...
See, that worries me, because I would just be ordering that stuff, like, not even knowing about the drugs. I'd just be like, wow, cool, RoboCop 4. All of a sudden I'm being arrested and shit.
Just like, I don't even do coke. What am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to put this on Craigslist?
You know, I hear coke is illegal at Smash Brothers tournaments. That's today's big news.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well...
I don't know how we got off on this jag, but whatever.
We're the cocaine pals.
Okay, so it's the right stick. You have to point it towards different dudes to refocus Bruce's attacks. Otherwise, he just focuses on one dude. He's on fire! He made 3 buckets in a row.
Oh, you can use coke in Melee, though? Okay, cool.
Okay, that's good.
Thank God.
As long as it's, you're using a CRT. We're learning so much tonight. Great work. Attack clocks. Damn, he's cool.
Yeah, I am getting classics of game vibes from this.
It strikes me more as a simple 2000 game. Maybe one of those Phoenix games they released for PS2 in Europe. Just incredibly simplistic. It has some complexity in that you upgrade your character and get new combos, but the gameplay really just boils down to punching dudes.
Okay, so Uzi has been quoting Amazon reviews of this game in chat, and some of the better ones have scrolled by, but I do want to read this one.
Okay.
This review says, graphics, Grafix, graphics, on the Xbox, mediocre, 1 star.
Whoa. But this game had the best graphics. What's that dude talking about? Bruce Lee has never been so perfectly rendered.
Alright, another review says, the reason I bought my Xbox, Bruce Lee, Quest of the Dragon is the best game I own, 4 stars.
It's a good one. Imagine if this was your first video game. Oh, it's Boob Ninja.
Tammy!
Well, look at her.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you could certainly describe it as, like, you know, more respectfully.
I guess so. Breast Ninja.
Jesus Christ. We come back with Breast Ninja, great.
This is the kind of material we're working with.
No wonder Spectrum is throttling us or whatever. Yes, a dog IRL gives us a new name for her. Ninjugs. I'm sorry.
That's a little bit classier.
That's, I guess.
Alright, we got coins. We're gonna upgrade to purple rank.
Ooh.
We're gonna get more health. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I need to quote FM Town's Party from chat. Danny?
Yeah.
Shino boobs.
See?
I think it's time to move on.
So good. So perfect. Let's see what the next level looks like, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
we do have a few more games to show off.
And an intermission.
But people did vote for this. Oh yeah, the intermission. We brought that back. But first...
Okay, I've seen that a few times. Danny, did you hear about what they were going to... Jesus Christ. What they were going to westernize Senran Kagura as?
Was that actually Ninjugs?
Was it really Ninjugs?
I heard that today, yeah.
I've seen Ninjugs commentary all over my timeline, and...
Oh, the game's suddenly a 3D fighter.
I guess it's real. Great. Ninjugs.
Up here, Soul Calibur. Okay, one thing they did get right is Bruce Lee's vocalizations. He did in fact say "ato" and "ata" a lot. That is accurate. As for the rest of it, can't really speak to that. I do like being on fire. Even though it's technically Jackie Chan who had the Fists of Fire.
Alright, another Amazon review. You could be kicking at SS, and then all of a sudden 8 more bad guys would jump in, and then you would be on the ground getting your at SS kicked.
Yep.
5 stars.
The perfect video game. Once again, I just gotta pump up the original Xbox as like a haven of exclusive games that were never ported anywhere else. People talk about collecting old consoles like the PCFX and shit, but if you haven't explored the original Xbox's library, you really owe it to yourself. It's full of a lot of fun, really obscure and bad stuff like this. Stuff that really had a budget, even. This game had a budget. Everyone wanted this to be made. And it turned out like this. Sorry, Bruce Lee. You deserve better. Maybe someday they'll reboot Bruce Lee again, and maybe someday he'll get, "What are you doing, Bruce?"
What?
The camera just zoomed in on him and he started doing this. Oh, he looks sad now. I'm sorry, Bruce. Just want to get those executives and just bite them like an apple. Oh, so sad.
Should we move on?
Let's move on. We got a few more games to show off, but let's bring back a blast from the past, because Alex has assembled a collection of Xbox commercials for a brief intermission. This is like, what, 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, it's 5 minutes. It's some Xbox commercials from Japan, some from America, and like a 3-minute presentation by... what's his face? Bill Gates, about how cool and epic the Xbox is.
What's his face?
Yeah, you know, what's his face? Richest man in the world?
He became the richest man in the world just a few weeks ago. He overcame Jeff Bezos, and he's just some guy, I guess.
Well, I guess so.
All right, so we're going to prep our next few games. Please enjoy this trip back to the early 2000s with a look at how the Xbox was. We'll see y'all in a bit.
See you then.
We're back, and after watching that commercial, you can now open up your own Xbox to find a free chicken quesadilla courtesy of our friends at Taco Bell. Thank you, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Eat
taco.
Eat taco. Wait, no, it's live a lot. Live a live.
Xbox and Taco Bell, live a live. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's normal. It's fine.
There's one thing I associate with the Xbox generation, and that's bringing about the whole Taco Bellification of video games.
Yeah!
Involving food more, not as, like, being promoted via games, but just, like, incidentally. Tomorrow at the Game Awards, you're definitely going to see a lot of ads for Doritos and Mountain Dew, and we can thank Xbox for that. Thank you, Xbox.
Thank you.
It's great how they started with, like, ads where a lady shows you a cool bug, and then it moved on to, like, hey, get some Taco Bell, you freaking slob.
Oh, you got the new handheld? Yeah, it's got games.
Let's move on. Let's continue our original Xbox showcase with a look at a game people like. This is a game called Gun Valkyrie. Another Sega exclusive, another game ported from the Dreamcast, or rather it was going to be a Dreamcast game, then they just moved it over to Xbox. Gun Valkyrie, a game about guns, and jetpacks, and using every freaking button on the controller. It's got some missions where you just fall down a hole, that's pretty cool. No, this style of gameplay was popularized by Mission Impossible. Remember that?
I do remember Mission Impossible where Tom Cruise goes through the thing and it's all cool and shit. Everyone's like, wow, I love breaking through glass and then kind of floating down and to the ground.
I love having like 3 bad sequels in a row. There were some good ones eventually, I think.
Yeah, I saw one of them that was... I forgot when I saw it, but I did see one of the newer Mission Impossibles, the one by Brad Bird, and I liked it. I was like, cool, good action. But this isn't Mission Impossible, this is...
This is Gun Valkyrie.
Yeah.
This is a game more about diving into holes, I promise you.
Okay.
Now, one thing you may like is the Gun Valkyrie's mascot animal, who you'll see in a second as soon as we get to a load screen.
There's an animal?
Yep.
Is it cool?
What would you think would be the mascot animal for the Gun Valkyries, the jetpack mercenaries?
It looks kind of steampunk, so I'm going to say a clockwork penguin in a top hat.
Well, you're right. It's Shamu, but red with wings.
Ah!
I took Alex's breath away. Live on stream.
Too long. If we are only meant to wander
A pink killer whale.
meaning in this world, life is much too long. It has been 4 years since Dr. Hebel mysteriously disappeared. The human race has yet to fully
That's a
recover
weird-looking
from the
baby.
shock of losing the man that had so affected their lives. The populace had become but sheep, lost without their shepherd. 1870 AD.
Orca Rojo.
That was the year our world changed. Dr. Heppel made a revolutionary scientific
Oh, he really improved the
discovery.
Eiffel Tower.
He developed the technology to harness tremendous amounts of power from the energy cells deposited on Earth by Halley's Comet. His new invention was soon dubbed Hubble technology, and he was awarded much scientific acclaim. However, few realized the effect Dr. Hubble would ultimately have on us all. The glorious era of the steam engine came to a close in the latter half of the century, and Dr. Hebbel's Halley technology completely changed every aspect of life on Earth.
Let them build Station Square from Sonic Adventure.
Secrets of DNA, the power of the atom.
So this is steampunk.
Space travel.
Yep. Once you got the locomotives, you got the Zeppelins, you got the drones.
And the world entered a second renaissance. A new Roman Empire had emerged, united under the prosperity that Dr. Hebbel and his technologies had brought. A seemingly indestructible empire was born.
Ah!
An empire that was completely under the control.
I don't think I've ever watched this intro. It seems really weird and disconnected from what the game actually is.
Had become a living god. Then why? Why did he leave it all behind? Why would a man with so much power, so much wealth, run away from it all? I don't understand.
Dirigibles aren't even that cool. How dare
That's
you?
not true.
Well, then again, when was the last time I rode in a Zeppelin?
Haley's chosen more than anyone should understand.
I don't think I ever have.
I'm like, when have you?
The price of power.
Yeah, one time you
is
hijacked
very
the
steep.
Goodyear blimp. but-
Yeah, that was a good year, all right. Look, lens flare. That's how you know it's the early 2000s.
We are about to enter the stratosphere of the colony, Tir Nanog.
Tir
You should
Nanog. We're
already
bringing
have
Tir
the
Nanog into
topographical
this.
map of Tir Nanog, as well as Dr. Hebbel's personal file uploaded into your headset.
Yes, we're ready, Lieutenant Poe.
Remember, capturing Dr. Hebbel is our secondary
That's
objective.
cool as shit.
Do not lose sight of our mission.
Wow.
However, we cannot be sure what the Doctor has planned for us, so keep your eyes open out there. We all know what he did to the colonists. Please proceed with caution.
There's no telling what that megalomaniac is thinking.
I think that's the lady in our heads who talks to us during
Not even
missions.
you understand him. How are we supposed to figure him out?
Right. In the end, we always come to the same conclusion. Even if we are the masters of our own little world, or even if we have been blessed with abilities beyond that of normal people, this universe that we live in, it's far too big for any of us to completely understand, to even grasp a fraction of what goes on behind the curtains.
I'm just gonna hold my arms out and spin under that skybox.
We can't help
Wonder
but
about my
think
place in the world.
life is much too short.
The sky looks tasty.
Yeah, it looks like cotton candy.
Looks like a gourmet lollipop.
Let's go eat it.
All right.
And that's the object of Gun Valkyrie, to eat the sky.
Got it.
But first, here's our friend. He's coming.
We both have to show our ass.
There he is. He's in the
Oh my
background.
god! Oh my god, there is Steampunk Angel Orca.
Steampunk Pegasus Orca that's been painted pink and it's pissed.
I love them. They are...
Since 1899.
I kind of want that as a tattoo.
It's a cool looking thing, yeah.
I love them.
Alright, so the first level is your tutorial. I've gone through this recently, so I'm going to skip all the tutorial stuff.
Okay.
You got two characters. One is stronger than the other, but Kelly is more mobile. So let's go with Kelly. There's our buddy.
I love him.
He's so good. So who's played this? This game people may actually like. It's kind of hard to get into, very difficult to control, but it's one of the better regarded Sega exclusives for Xbox, I believe. Look at these graphics.
Pretty.
They actually look decent. Very colorful, too.
Multiple people are commenting this, and I thought the same thing, but I wanted to be polite and not say it, but the map for the game looks like for this level, it looks like a broken boner.
Sad but true.
Keep playing, Danny.
You're right on the money there, folks. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So this game is physically painful to play because it demands every single button on the Xbox controller. You got the face buttons to change your weapons. R button shoots. Right stick can be used to look around, but it centers your view when you let go of it, so it's not really intended for you to aim in the traditional sense. Instead, what happens is the game auto-locks on to anything near you, and then you just shoot it. Yeah, I know. You get a few different weapons. There's this kind of missile launcher thing. You also get a laser, which doesn't really work. And most important of all, you got your jetpack. Jetpack is really cool, and it's kind of the game's defining feature. You push L to jump. You can push L again and again to do multiple jumps in midair. And you can dash in any direction by clicking the stick, doing combos in midair. And as you do these combos, you get more energy, more juice for your weapons, and stuff like that. And that's really the main part of the game, just engaging with enemies and doing ridiculous flips in midair.
See Smebble comparing this to the EDF wingsuit.
It's a little bit like that, yeah. Not quite as mobile, but it takes more technique to fly. Because, again, you can't fly very far using the traditional jumping mechanic, but if you do the dodges, you get a lot more mileage out of your jetpack juice.
Do you get to meet Steampunk Angel Shamu, or is that just like...
I don't think so. I think that character is just theoretical for our company's benefit. And because of this game's jumping mechanics, it is, in fact, a platformer. So we will have to rank this at some point.
Okay.
Very, very unconventional controls for a platformer, though, gotta say. Oh yeah, that's right. You can jump in the air and then hit down. Right? Is that how it works? Yeah. You hit down to, like, basically exhaust in midair and hover. But the main mechanic is this thing, where you dodge.
Whee! To
do this, you hold a direction on the left analog stick, and you click in. This is the most painful thing imaginable.
Oh my god.
Especially on a Duke controller, where it's almost literally impossible. On the S controller, it's a little bit more manageable, but seriously, think of the last game you played where you had to hold a direction and click the stick. I bet you can't think of any, because no sensible game would do that to their poor players. It's especially after a couple missions, just gets really, really painful. But then again, maybe you have giant hands, and the Duke was made for you. In which case, I highly recommend this game. Now, if it was me, and I was remaking this game, I would put that dash mechanic on any other button than the left analog clicky stick.
Also, the Orca would be there. They would be your friend. You would constantly be riding on their back, and it'd be really cool. And,
it would help you out like Omo Chow.
They'd beat up your childhood bullies. It'd be really cool.
Yeah. See, Sega, we got plenty of ideas. I'll bring your games into the new generation.
Yeah.
Just put the dash on a different button and make the Orca your friend.
Are there any options to reconfigure the buttons in this game?
None whatsoever.
Cool.
You were stuck with that control scheme. You have to do it. Even better, the right analog stick is inverted. Doesn't really matter because, you're not really intended to aim that way to begin with. It's just, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's entirely unconventional compared to third-person shooter controls nowadays. If you played any game in the last 10 years, this game will seem very foreign to you. Not to say it's bad, though. It may even be worth learning about its quirks. As for me, though, I just got a few missions in before the physical pain became too much.
Oh man, please don't hurt yourself when we come back. It's really okay, Danny.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed if we don't see 2 full hours of Gun Valkyrie.
It's such a cool game, though. I mean, look at it. It's got an actual art style, cool-looking characters, your orca friend.
I do love the orca. Alright, Uzi with another quote from Amazon about this game in particular. Between Samus Aran and Kelly of Gun Valkyrie, I'm 100% for Kelly because of that awesome GV suit.
Take that, Samus. Samus can't flip around in midair, that's true. Watch out, Samus, you got new competition with Kelly.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I'd have given her a more futuristic name.
I mean, I guess Kelly is steampunk-esque.
I have to admire this game on some level, because few games give you this much control over, what is that, the Z-axis, I guess it is? They give you little control over your height of your jumps and things. A lot of modern games especially like to keep you landlocked. So when a game has really complex jumping controls, it just feels nice.
Alright, we got some suggestions for Kelly's new name. We got Kelly 2000,
nice.
Keltron 5000, and Keltron 3030. We've also got KXIIX, pronounced Kelly.
Perfect, thank you.
And Kello.
These are all excellent names. I'll take them into consideration.
Beautiful, thank you.
Look at this lovely waterfall scene.
Danny, what do we know about Smilebit?
Smilebit is a Sega studio who basically did all the good things in the Xbox era. They did this, they did Jet Set Radio Future, they did they make the new Crazy Taxi, or was that Hitmaker? It was one of them. But yeah, they basically did a whole bunch of really good Sega games at the end of the Dreamcast life, and at the beginning of the Xbox life. So we got a new weapon, and this weapon's pretty awesome. It's just a big fuck-ass machine gun. But the thing is, you can't move and shoot. You just have to plant your feet and shoot whatever's around you.
The Crazy Taxi game you're thinking of was by Hitmaker.
Okay, yeah, that was Hitmaker. Yeah, for a time, Sega had a whole bunch of different studios who all had their own different specialties and talents. And they made some really good games as a result.
I'm also seeing Kelly being called Gun Val Kelly, Pink Kelly, Kellogg,
Kellogg.
Kel the Funky Homo Sapien, Kelbot 2099, Kellemental, Kelly Blue Book, and my favorite, iKelly.
A couple of those names are already copyrighted, but I'll see about pushing for the others.
Cykel, eKel. You know what? I'm gonna click on this ad. I was sent a cursed Xbox ad with Bill Gates, so I'm clicking on it, and if I die, it's everyone's fault.
Oh yeah, the hamburger ad. I love that ad. Other cool things, like this weapon lets you hover in midair without using the exhaust. Just real neat things that give you a lot of options for moving through the air in particular. That's what really makes this game stand out.
Okay, Electro Boogaloo with some more info here. Smilebit was the former Sega CS1.
Okay.
And they did Typing of the Dead, Jet Set Radio, Panzer Dragoon games.
They're good. They're good, folks. Believe it.
I see Kelly spelled K311Y.
Now that's a future name. I guess this kind of builds off Dreamcast games like Out Trigger and maybe a little bit of Slash Out. Slash Out never came to Dreamcast, never mind. I think later you can even upgrade to get to higher places. Can I get up here right now? Oh, I can. Cool. That was a really good flight. I'm great at this game.
Also, Beam Splash mentions that Smilebit did RTS, made the RTS 100 Swords, and 100 Swords had an incredible main character named Larf Nalavale.
What in the fuck?
Larf
The new Resident Evil announced today there was a character named Michael Sandwich.
Yeah, Martin Sandwich.
Martin Sandwich, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
I've been losing my shit about Martin Sandwich all day.
Fucking Martin Sandwich.
Maybe Martin Sandwich and Larf are friends.
I can only hope. Yeah, I wasn't sold on that multiplayer mode at all until I found out you could play as a character named Michael Sandwich. Martin Sandwich.
I've seen multiple people compare this to Jet Force Gemini.
It is kind of similar to that, isn't it? That game also lets you jump around and shoot. Maybe it was building off that. Oh yeah, there's hidden items and shit too.
You have acquired a core, but I suppose this means you've saved one colonist.
I suppose.
Perhaps.
Really, this game is at its most fun when you get really high and you just dash.
Oh, like high in the air. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well.
Well, okay, Chat said, opponent says Martin Sandwich is a mortal enemy of Robert Hamburger.
What? Did you hear that noise? Okay, chomp me.
That's a cartoon crunch!
Yeah, that comical cartoon crunch. That's hilarious. It's like Scooby-Doo eating a Scooby snack. Oh fuck! This game's actually cool. I kind of want to play this after the stream now. But then I remember the pain.
Oh yeah. Don't make your joints worse.
So play this game, but play in moderation, please. That's my recommendation. Let me go ahead and beat this level. There, mission accomplished. That's Gun Valkyrie, what I would call one of the better Sega exclusives for Xbox. We haven't played the best one just yet. We're going to finish off the stream with that one. Mission clear. Oh wait, you got to see your dude.
Okay, hold on.
Bad? Says you. Alright, hang on. Hang on. There he is.
Yeah!
There's your dude back there.
Great game. Great game.
So what do we remember about Gun Valkyrie? Steampunk, red winged orca, and Michael Sandwich. Martin Sandwich.
Wrong game. Alright, moving on.
Moving on. So the next game that people voted for is a pretty famous Xbox game. I mentioned the Bruce Lee game was in the bottom 10 of Metacritic's scores for original Xbox games. This is the very bottom. This is the very, very worst Xbox game, and people voted for it because they love us. This is Drake of the 99 Dragons. Now, some people may have actually played this. This did get a Steam release. It's on PC. So anyone can enjoy this video game. But if you want to play it on console, you gotta play it on original Xbox. Alex is not looking forward to this one. The Majesco Classic. I'm glad I'm back too.
Me? Honestly, I'm gritting my teeth, but me too.
1 second. It's reading the disc. It's really thinking about it. It's really thinking about it. There it goes. Okay. Launch that Drake. Here we go. Drake of the 99 Dragons. This game has a real comic book look. So if there's one thing that inspires it, I would say that is The Matrix. Do you like trench coats? Do you like dual wielding? This game got both.
Yeah, Cass, they've written a really good article about this game.
Oh yeah, Bad Game Hall of Fame, that article is definitely worth reading. It's very well considered. I think Cass actually likes this game more than most people do, which is a pretty interesting perspective to get. I will talk a lot of shit about this game, but one feature it has, new game, no tutorial. That's awesome. Why doesn't every game has this? That's something I always want for every video game I play on this show. Instead, we got to see stories and tutorials and just big waste of time. Drake lets you jump right into the action. So, by picking no tutorial, what we're missing is Drake jumping around a room for like 5 minutes and then shooting a robot. That's all you missed.
Strange thing about this cyborg. A machine. Yet I sensed presence inside.
That's Drake.
The soul?
He's made of meat.
What was that? Intruders in the penthouse of the 99 Dragons clan? You must be out of this world to get past our guards. I must see to the master and the soul portal artifact. Rumors say Tang is hunting for it. It was given to our clan over 3,000 years ago. We've guarded it since, and we're not going to lose it now.
So cool.
Look out!
This theft can't be Tang's doing alone. He must have aid from beyond this world.
Thanks, guy from a different game.
Sounds like a prospector.
Are we going to fail?
Let's see. I see Sepsai calling him Solomon Grundy's goth cousin.
Yes, it looks a lot like him, actually. So this is Drake. Oh, he's got 2 guns. He can spin around. He shoots a lot. If you like guns, then you probably pick the Xbox, and this is the game for you. It's basically like Halo.
Yeah, Drake does look like he's from Scooby-Doo. God damn.
And here he is. There's our boy.
I love the way your arms go.
I do too. The controls in this game are so strange. You wander around, you can double jump, and the triggers are each of your guns, so you're constantly mashing both triggers as you play this game. Look at him go! He's all over the place. Can't control that Drake. Oh, game over already? Let's go, new game, new tutorial.
Dog Eye Roll calls this Disney's gun grave.
Essentially. Drake, now on Disney Plus. I forgot how easy it was to get killed.
Thanks for linking to the Bad Game Hall of Fame article.
Yeah, that's definitely worth reading. Highly recommended. Me, I'm not so big on this game. I don't like this game as much as Cass does. I think it's kind of a big cheesy piece of poop.
He holds his guns like that guy in Soulja Boys.
He does, yeah. He's Butts.
Oh, he is Butts.
I like doing this.
Butts? Yeah, it was Butts. I think. No, it was.
I really like games that let you spin around 360 degrees in midair. That's so cool. Surprise! It's me, Drake.
Butts of the 99 Boys, Butts of the 99 Dragons. Alright, we got a review of this game from Amazon, again, courtesy of Uzi, thank you. This review says, don't listen to gamer know-how. Listen to some gamer. This game, F**% in sucks. Gamer know-how, an idiot. 1 star.
I appreciate that these people censor their curse words. Mm-hmm. That's very nice. Oh, what do you do here? How do you get up? I'll figure it out. This is a very confusing game. These levels are strangely laid out, and you have a lot of movement capabilities, meaning it's not always obvious where to go. They often make you go up to the 2nd floor, back to the 1st floor, going into the basement, and the entire time you're just flipping around, shooting everything.
You are being requested to use the analog stick and the D-pad at the same time.
Oh yeah, you can do that. That's cool.
That looks
what a great
terrible.
game.
I love it. Alright.
I couldn't see anyone in here, but I did kill all of them.
Another review from Amazon, courtesy of Uzi. Good concepts, hard controls, only the number 4, avid gamers, 4 stars. So maybe Cass is just more of an avid gamer than you, Danny.
That could be it, yeah. I'm just not avid enough of a gamer. Maybe if I play this enough, I'll appreciate it. I never got into it. Now, the next level does give you the ability to slow down time, a la the Matrix. So maybe it gets better then. This is just a closet! There was an enemy hiding in the closet. A literal monster closet.
I just love the way you fucking spin.
Yeah, that is by far my favorite part of the game. The way he just aims his guns around everywhere. His arms are made of rubber. Was he shooting up his butt then?
Yeah.
I used to be better at this. I'm probably gonna die soon.
I love the way you're spinning.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing can stop that Drake. Oh, not even the camera. Uh-huh.
Another Amazon review. Error. I did not order this Xbox. 5 stars.
5 stars. Excellent. Oh, look at that light coming in through the window.
Alright, and this review says, I think I have the sequel to this game for Xbox. Works with my 360 though. Drake of the 99 Dragons. The game does really suck, I will admit that much. 1 star.
Help. Help, I'm running out of time.
Looks like we got a new intro.
Right. Great.
Strange thing about this cyborg.
Oh, yeah, this game definitely deserves its reputation. But I will say this, unlike many games which are just bad in kind of a boring way, like if you go looking at the worst by Metacritic list, often it has just a bunch of worthless games that just aren't fun or entertaining at all. This is not that. This is a game where you can just mash buttons and jump around and float and spin around like an idiot, and it's very entertaining. Eventually you do learn the level layouts and you learn where to go. But in the meantime, you can still amuse yourself with how Drake moves, which is pretty much timeless as far as I'm concerned.
Honestly, yeah. I don't think a game can truly be the worst if it's at least funny to watch.
Yeah, it has some inherent worth in that regard. So, kudos to you, Drake. But boy, is your game kind of a piece of shit.
I love this goth.
I love Majesco. It was only them who would publish shit like this. I've long said Majesco that I'm pretty sure they're in a Brewster's Millions situation where they just have to get rid of all their money. And I'm pretty sure they still continue to do that nowadays. They're still around, right? In some form?
I think so. Honestly, I think this looks too good to be a fake TV show, a fake game for a TV show, but also...
No, I believe that this video game exists. This totally looks like a 2000s era video game.
Majesco's still around? Good.
Mission complete.
You did it.
Let's just go ahead and continue. I don't think I'm going to save.
Out of this world, that is. Almost ghost-like. What kind of demons are we up against?
Oh yeah, he did do a dab at the end. Drake is so cool.
Master will know. Master? Me? This can't be.
Me?
You know what he looks like? A Disney Infinity figure.
Oh, he does! He looks like that Nick Fury figure I have.
Yeah!
He's got that big square jaw.
And you'll be strong.
The taste. Bitter.
Anyway, the point of that was to find out we were dead all along?
Master?
Do not fear. You can hear but are unable to move. The time has come. I will forge the undying dragon on your chest.
Oh, he's gonna play our bones like a skeleton xylophone.
The is a sentient creature unto itself that bestows supernatural powers upon its bearer. Powers that will make you last beyond death.
I will have revenge.
Oh, we're some kind of zombie, I guess.
Alright.
Drake of the 99 Dragons. An unforgettable video game. I'm gonna see what the next level is and then move on to our final game. But yeah, this is a legend in terms of original Xbox games. It deserves its reputation, and if you try to play it, you may actually have a good time. Just don't try and get good at it. That way lies madness. Oh yeah, he can wall run too! God, what a cool guy. Look at him, he's literally running on the wall!
Oh, he looks... Wow!
That did say wow, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do the wall run. There you go. What a great guy. So if you're looking at your next hit game for your big Kusoge party you got coming up, may I recommend Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Also invite us to your Kusoge party.
Yeah, I want to be there. Invite Drake, too.
He'll love
like
it.
the rapper. We got your game here, man! Drake and the 99 Dragons.
He's like, please do not contact me.
And finally, we're going to close things out with our 6th place finish game. Probably my favorite game for the original Xbox. A great Sega game that everyone should play and enjoy. Jet Set Radio Future. It's so freaking good. Now, have you played Jet Set Radio Future?
Me? No. I have listened to the soundtrack.
It's a good one. I get the feeling that a lot of people haven't played this. I just get the sense that more people played the Dreamcast original than the sequel.
Same.
And based on what you've seen of how Sega games go on Xbox, that being Toe Jam and Earl 3, you may not expect much from this game. But honestly, I like it more than the original. I think it is the best Jet Set Radio game. Fight me. Let's do it. Now, of course, because I am the economical gamer, I have the version of this game that comes packaged with Sega GT 2002. Hands up, folks, who has played Sega GT 2002 more than once? And if you play it accidentally, that doesn't count. This is the kind of thing where you got this game, this disc, to play Jet Set Radio Future. Sega GT 2002 is a racing game. It's fine. Jet Set Radio Future is one of the best games on the Xbox. Funnily enough, there is a standalone release, and that version actually goes for more than the 2-pack. So you can either get 2 games for like $5 or Jet Set Radio Future alone for 10. And most people choose Jet Set Radio Future alone.
I mean, you don't want any other bytes and bits crowding out the disc.
That's true. Gotta have that pure JSRF experience. JSurf. Now, once again, gotta remind you, we do not condone the real-life act of vandalism.
I just want to say, I actually don't think graffiti is an art, but I also don't think it should be a crime either. I want all this crappy spray paint all over. Just
do what you want. I think it's garbage, but I think it's your right to do it.
Street art is terrible. I morally object to it, but I think you should all do it.
This game's got a real neat look to it. Now, compared to the original, it looks kind of desaturated, kind of like fewer colors overall, but really I think that suits the way the game is designed. I think it just looks neat. Like cell shading with muted colors, you rarely see that.
Alright. I actually really do like street art. I just wanted to make a very bad joke. I'm sorry, everybody. I will never...
It's garbage, but they're right to do it. Go around tagging everything. I ain't gonna like it, though. So we're here with the Skate Punks gang. They think we're here to deliver pizza. But no.
Having fun?
Yeah. I like how he yelps. So just like the original, you're on skates the entire time. And the controls take some time to get used to. And we're gonna have a real brief tutorial here at the start. Things like, prove you can jump. Now jump 3 times. I'll jump even more.
You're so good at jumping, baby.
Grinding is important. Look at me, I'm grinding.
Good job.
It's got combos. It's got a scoring system, I think. Oh, now I have to grind again. Proves that it wasn't just a fluke. He said tight. This is so early 2000s.
It is.
When was the last time you said something was tight?
I've unfortunately probably said it within the past few years, knowing myself.
Yeah, probably. Nowadays, people say things are sick or diseased or something.
We say things are fetid and rotted to the core.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is rotted to the core. Just absolutely decayed.
This is stinky garbage.
Chad already talking about birthday cake.
The best song in the game.
Well, Chino Motto's great.
Yeah. And of course, there's graffiti.
Wow, that seems a lot easier.
It is. They really streamlined it. They made it so you don't have to do specific inputs, you just skate by and push the button. I'm of two minds about that. I'm not sure if I like it that much, because I did finish Jet Set Radio, the original, with all the best ranks, and it's really fun to play the game that way. But on the other hand, I like the way this plays, too.
Oh man, Travel Luxury, me and Danny actually saw, when did we see Chibo Mato?
That was a couple years ago, right before they broke up.
It ruled. It was so great. Oh my god, it was so cool.
I'm glad we got to do that.
Me too. That was really awesome.
I need more spray cans. Where are they?
I am with you. Birthday cake is good, and anybody who says it's wrong can fight you, not me. Though. I don't
Everyone has their rights to their own opinions. It's just some opinions are more correct than others.
You skated right up that fucking pole!
Yeah, that's the thing they added for this game that I really like. You also get turbo dashes. I guess overall they just streamlined the entire game, which would usually kind of rub me the wrong way, but I think it worked out well in this game's case.
Alright, I found an amazing... I didn't find it. Uzi sent an amazing Amazon review. Very cool game if you have time to get used to it.
That is true.
Review is all caps. I only wish they made games like Jet Set Radio when I was 16 because I would never have left the house. The game is futuristic time when you rollerblade and chase after people, spray paint people, and have run of the city, but I'll tell ya! It's very annoying when you work 12 hours and you want to pop in some game time. And I'll finish it later.
He speaks the truth. I don't disagree with any of that. I would love to not have to work and just play video games all day. And yeah, they brought back Professor K.
Tokyo is being oppressed by the Rokkaku Group, a mega enterprise headed by Rokkaku Goji. Rokkaku is using his money and influence to mess with everything. Industry,
the corporations
society,
have taken over the police.
Culture. And he's even got his eyes.
The corporations have taken over our culture, no!
Rokkaku's been shaking down the government, passing that Rokkaku law crap, even buying off the police department. This law ain't nothing but garbage. It's just some selfish little punk's way of trying to show he's a big man. Rokkaku and his gang are trying to stomp out our culture left and right. They don't give a rip about our rights. All they care about is profit.
This is what Jeff Bezos is going to do in 10 years.
Diabolical scheme. You better believe they're listening on this broadcast.
So, like, I hate graffiti.
And all this heat, there's a group of young kids who are tearing up the streets. I'm talking about the Rudies. These kids have set out to bury Tokyo and graffiti. And now they're all wrapped up in their own little territorial tug-of-wars. The hottest team at the moment is the GGs. There's Yo-Yo, a guy who'll blow your mind with silver tongue. And Gum, a real cool lady who leaves a trail of broken hearts wherever she goes. And let's not forget their leader, a self-styled genius that goes by the name of Corn. These three and your
Corn!
Corn!
Not with a K.
Lately, Tokyo's been on one bad trip.
I'm the leader of the gang, Corn.
Chuo Street, prowlers in Dogenzaka Hill, lowlifes spreading vicious rumors, the mysterious blackout on 99th Street. And who should be following them around but the Rokkaku Group's watchdog, the Rokkaku Police? With the Rokkaku Expo just around the corner, the crackdowns are only getting tighter. My heart ain't pounded like this since my first date. I was so nervous, know what I'm saying? I forgot to wear my underwear, baby.
Well, we've all been there.
Sitting around sipping afternoon tea. Game's gonna start soon, and y'all gonna be the one making the plays.
I got so excited for this stream, I forgot to wear my underwear, baby.
Alright, real quick, thank you so much to Melting Swatches. They gifted a sub to Hank Cheesecake and Electric Boogaloo. Thank you so much.
That's awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Sharing the gift of giving.
Happy Subness.
Is that a thing?
It
is now.
Subsember, sub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the ground. Don't listen to me. Please don't
Great
listen to
catchphrase. So we're skating backwards to our first mission. That's another thing this game innovated in. You can do everything backwards.
Danny, did you see that did you see that for the Game Awards, the indie games are sponsored by the fresh indie games are sponsored by Subway?
Yeah, I saw that. Eat some fresh indie games, people.
Someone done stole the goddess in the streets.
the statue of Dogen Zaka Hill. I bet the punks
Oh,
who
this
did
song's
this
good.
are the
It's so
same
good.
ones who are spreading all them nasty
Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen.
Cover Dogen Zaka Hill in graffiti and flush out those rumor-spreading scumbags.
And this is where the open world opens up. Essentially, they give you these really large cityscapes compared to the original game, which had fairly small playgrounds. You can see the map. It tells you all the different places you can tag. Really, it's a more wide-open version of Jet Set Radio. With, I would argue, a better soundtrack. Yep, I said it. Who disagrees? Because I know you do.
I kind of do, but I've been listening more to this soundtrack lately, and I gotta say, it really holds up too, so I like them both. How about I like them both equally? Can I do that?
That's fair.
Okay.
They're both really good. There's no reason to choose one over the other. You can listen to both. It's America, baby. A lot more populated streets in this version, too. Look at all these people. Now, this game is backwards compatible to an extent, but when you get to really populated areas, the game starts to slow down. It's kind of unfortunate. Someone stole the damn statue. Check out this cool thing. Pwah!
You almost destroyed that man had Jinkos on.
Future Jinkos. This is the future. Now, there's no way I can show off all the cool shit in this game. This is a very lengthy game. It'll take you like, I think it was about 10 hours it took me to beat. But it's real fun. There's a whole bunch of different missions, different environments you can go to. The controls are perfect.
This looks fun.
It's so fun. Play 6.
Funky Dealer's so good, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The soundtrack is more controversial than the first game due to the inclusion of Birthday Cake, but...
Why is that controversial?
I don't know, man.
Why, do people not like birthday cake?
A lot of people don't.
What?
A lot of people say it's annoying.
Well... people are allowed their opinions, and that's fine.
You can think the wrong thing.
I'm not saying that. I'm trying to be very calm and normal here.
But really, I guess what I'm trying to say is Sega re-released this game. This is so good. And they re-released the original Jet Set Radio and not this one. Why? They're two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other.
Just everybody listen to Chivo Amato. That's my declaration to you now that I'm back on
That
Twitch.
too. Personally, for my tastes, my favorite song in this game is Aisle 10. Thank you.
I really like The Answer, personally.
That's a good one too. Yo, sweet! Is this the Guitar Vader song in this one? I think it is.
God, I love this game and the soundtrack. I've never played it, but I'm just absolutely loving watching you play. Oh my god, this feeling of motion as you move cool is so fucking cool.
You get to go real fast.
Time to flush out those rumor-spreading punks. Give them my regard.
Let's give him a kiss. Where is this dude? I see him. It's hard for me to commentate when I see a game I actually love on every level. I can't. I can't complain about this game. I don't know what to do.
Hey, it's that guy.
Yeah. He's gonna show us how to do cool tricks.
Just the way that the music and the motion and everything works together.
It's a very kinetic game, isn't it?
Yes, I love games that are this kinetic.
Oh no! Chimpan! New album. Whoa.
I want to hear it. I want to hear that new album.
Me, I'm just glad this stream apparently went off without a hitch.
Yeah!
Now we can do Mascot Friday.
I'm excited.
We gotta play freaking Blinks now.
Oh my god. Sorry, Danny, my doctor actually said I can't play Blinks. It's,
You got a note?
I'll get my physical therapist to write me a note, yeah.
Alright. As long as it's official. So if you're looking for recommendations from this stream, this is my favorite Xbox game. You have to play it. If you have patience and strong hands, you can maybe play some Gun Valkyrie. I would say even Drake is worth checking out, because it's so bad that it's actually pretty compelling, in a way. Where did he go?
Alright, so, also for folks asking, the way we got our stream to somehow work is OBS has a beta kind of experimental mode where it adjusts its bitrate when it drops and stuff on the fly, and it seems to work pretty good. Adds some latency, but overall, so...
It's called, like, account for congestion or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. It's in the advanced section of settings, yeah. And it works! Shout out to OBS!
Which is chosen. Okay, we gotta do a big race. And after I lose it, we'll call the stream.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
You know what? You look hipster to me in that outfit, I gotta say. Don't know how I feel about it.
Well, what if I do a bunch of cool tricks? What will you think of me then?
Then I think you're a hipster who can do cool tricks. Good.
Thank you. It has a trick button that lets you go a little bit faster, I think.
That's cool.
A la Uniracers. Taking inspiration from the greats. I don't know if they were actually inspired by Uniracers.
I'm inspired by Uniracers
Hey,
all
me
day,
too.
every day.
Whoa, that was a big jump. Journeying back to a time when things were tight. Remember when things were tight? Nowadays, nothing's tight.
The only thing that's tight is my chest from all the anxiety the world's given me.
Oh my god!
I've been kicked out of every comedy club. They're like, come on. Don't
Up your game, dude. Come on.
This isn't
We have standards.
This is... You're good.
And I just like video games that let you run through crowds of people. It's fun. Sometimes it's fun to be that jerk. Let's go, let's go. We got a race to win. Hey, would you stop playing that radio? I'm trying to get to sleep. What if this just became a Jet Set Radio stream?
Like, we can become the JSRF pals?
Mm-hmm. We're the new Rudies.
Like
and not just because we're rude, for once.
I was gonna say because we're the barbecue place or something?
Yeah, that too. We also love barbecue.
I mean, that's true, we do.
I won!
You did
How about
it,
that?
Danny. Honestly, I'd love to do a Jet Set Radio marathon or something sometime.
I would too. This seems like a good candidate for a full playthrough. That or Rent a Hero, just because I so rarely see full playthroughs of that.
Ooh, Pound Burger.
Pound
to all
Burger.
squads. Youths on skates have been sighted in the vicinity of Doganzaka Hill. All squads investigate immediately.
And as usual, we're just having fun, and then the cops have got to show up.
Ugh.
But if you can avoid the cops, head on over to GameStop and get a copy of Jet Set Radio Future. Just hide in the DS aisle if they come in looking for you.
Yo, the Rikaku Group's dogs just showed up, and they probably ain't looking for your autographs. Let's use those pretty white shirts and do some serious artwork.
Oh yeah, you gotta spray paint the police. What a good game. Then they hold their hands up in the air like, "Arg, I've been painted."
Danny, you're gonna die!
I'm gonna get killed by cops.
God damn it!
They're kicking me to death. Please. Please, policeman. I got a police train on me.
Jesus!
Anyway, Jet Set Radio Future, 10 out of 10 game. Very, very, very highly recommended. Check it out if you ever get the chance. It is worth owning an original Xbox for. I think I'm safe here. The cops have lost me. And with that, I think we're done for tonight. But first, I got something to show y'all.
What, you do?
Yeah, one last video that's also on this disc.
Oh.
This will take like 2 minutes.
Okay. I think I know what the video is.
Mhm.
I'm resisting my trigger finger.
We got a teaser for Friday, because we have unfinished business. We're going to keep the original Xbox out, and we are going to play a couple of mascot platformers that are pretty important to platformer history. This is that game. Blinks the Time Cat, aka the Time Sweeper. Look at him.
He's cute! Sorry. My...
You heard it here first. He's cute.
Damn it!
Look at that water. Look at that accurate suction technology. Look at him freeze time. This cat can do anything.
This cat kicks ass.
He's got a clone. He invented Gooigi. Nintendo ripped off Blinks the cat.
He's turning back time.
And this Friday, we will rank him in our 3D platformer list, along with the sequel, Blinks 2, Masters of Time and Space. In that game, you get a furry squad. You can make squad mates from scratch. You can make them part of your furry time-traveling squad.
Holy shit.
So you definitely want to see Friday night stream featuring Blinks the Time Sweeper. Only on Retro Pals. Oh, you timed that really well. I didn't even know you were putting up that interstitial. Cool.
Oh, he's good.
Look at him. Look at all those teeth. They've rendered every single one of those teeth. I know we're doing something good if I hear laughter from the other room.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
So,
right.
So yeah, Friday, 8 p.m. Central, be here for the Blinks Rankathon. It's going to happen. In the meantime, thank you for tuning in to Retro Pals, the original Xbox stream. Blinks is watching you. Do not disobey Blinks.
Oh my god, look at him.
Thanks to all of our patrons who voted. Y'all picked a good batch of games. It was basically suited entirely to my tastes, which is kind of weird because something like 30 different people voted on these games, and it just was like shit that I would have played anyway. But that's good. We're on the same wavelength, and I appreciate that. Thank you all for voting these games in. Thank you to all Sega fans, fans of unreleased games, fans of crap. We can all come together and enjoy games on our own terms. If you want to vote for what we play every week, head to patreon.com/retropals, pitch in $5 a month, and you'll get access to our weekly polls, which are now going to be weekly again because our stream works.
Yes.
Thank Christ.
Thank you, OBS experimental features. You are the best.
They work? That's the most surprising part. Zero dropped frames. Zero dropped frames. Not a single one. Haven't yet decided what this week's poll is going to be, but it'll probably be good, unless it isn't. I hope you look forward to it regardless. Alex, why don't you wrap us up? I'll look for a host.
Okay, if you'd like to see highlights of our streams, you can check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/retropals. I think we recently posted part 2 of our look at the Sega System 32. So if you want a more edited rundown of when we looked at all those weird Sega games, well, some were normal and some were Cool Runners, which it's normal in its own way.
It's Cool Riders, Alex.
Cool Riders.
You called it Cool Runners in the tweet too. I meant to correct you, but I'm a big fan of Cool Runnings, so I wanted to keep it up. Anyway, continue.
I am going to die in my chair now. I am currently turning into dust. I am just dissolving.
Alex has been humiliated.
I have completely been owned. So I guess it's Cool Runners now. Yeah, bye, Dead
Riders, Cool Riders.
That was my joke. It was called the Cool Runners.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've been banned from the mortal realm. Let's see. We're also on Twitter, twitter.com/retropalshq. That's where I'm being corn-cobbed. That's where I post when we have new streams, when new videos are up, and where I call Cool Riders Cool Runners. So do check out our Twitter. I think that's it. We do have one more thing. We do have a winter merch shop going, so if you want to get a Retro Pals hoodie or shirt or another sticker, we're going to be keeping up the store until, I think, February, so you got some time to get some stuff. But do check it out if you'd like to get some warmer Retro Pals merch for the upcoming cold months, which it's been very cold here.
Yes,
hot,
buy your loved ones Retro Pals merchandise. There's nothing they love more.
Mm-hmm.
I asked them.
They're like, oh, I love it when Alex calls it Cool Runners.
Anyway, enjoy your evening. Please queue up Cool Runnings if it's on Disney Plus. A true classic from the 90s.
I'm just going to get corn cob here.
This has nothing to do with what we were streaming, but I'm going to host Pronzo, who is a person I've been watching lately. He's been doing really good at Zelda 1. He's just got a nice chill stream. I like to keep it on in the background. He is a friend to cats and all animals. What else can I do to talk up this guy? It's Zelda! Everyone enjoys Zelda, so please enjoy Zelda. We'll see you on Friday for Blinks, the Blinksathon. Please look forward to that. And in the meantime, have a good evening. Thank you for watching.
See ya, folks.